two scenes for you. One of them has its sound which is edited, and the second one is a real scenario which you may encounter. All you have to do is tell me which one is the real footage. Okay, so this is the first one, and this is the second one. Alright, so your answers in 3, 2, 1. If your answer was this one, then congratulations, you are right and you get an applause. What made this footage as a fake one? And the answer is the sound which we heard, right? Now we all know that frequencies can be associated with different colors of light, but they can also be associated with different sound. Yeah, different sound notes have different frequencies. So why is sound different from light? One of the reasons is because sound waves have much lower velocity as compared to that of light, and also the frequencies are very much lower as compared to that of light. So coming back to the topic of this video, when the source of sound travels with respect to an observer or vice versa, the observer perceives a change in frequency. This is called as apparent frequency, and it is called apparent because it is not the source frequency which is changing, but rather the years of ours which is playing tricks on us. And this trick is called the Doppler effect, and we have a simple equation for it. So if n is the frequency or the actual frequency of the sound and v is the velocity of sound in the medium, apparent frequency will change as follows. If the observer is stationary and the source is moving towards the observer, the apparent frequency increases, and when it moves away, this frequency decreases. Similarly, if the source is stationary now and the observer moves towards the source, n apparent increases and it decreases when the observer is moving away from the source. Now this effect can also be seen in light waves, but there is a slight difference to it. We only consider the relative velocity of the source with respect to the observer, and we consider those sources which are moving with a very high velocity, which is comparable to the speed of light, and hence it is called as the relativistic Doppler effect. So generally this is used by astronomers who study stars which is approaching or receding from us. Now how is this related? Well, there is an equation for it, and this equation basically tells us that if the star is approaching, then the apparent frequency increases and decreases if it is receding. And in the spectrum, we know that the frequency decreases as we move towards red. Hence, light from an approaching star is said to be blue shifted, and that from a receding star is red shifted. And that was it. Thank you.